Welcome, Madonna fans and friends, to another episode. And today we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the Ray of Light album. Can't believe it's been 25 years. I was back in college at the time this came out. And I remember the Frozen single, actually. I requested it on the radio on a station that was more like they played whatever we wanted them to play, kind of a college station. And it was C89, and I asked them to play it. It wasn't time yet, must have been early February, but I got them to play it early on the radio, and I was so excited when I first heard it. So, yeah, we're going to look back on all these memories, all the things that happened with the album release and the promotions, and just how acclaimed this album was at the time. Still sounds fresh today and still iconic. So, let's take a look back and remember Ray of Light. Here's a cute picture of Madonna and William Orbit working together on this album. Madonna originally was going to work with Babyface and I believe Patrick Leonard on some of the songs, which she co-wrote with him. And then she decided to go in a totally different direction and enlisted William Orbit after listening to one of his albums. I think it was Strange Cargo. And she really loved the instrumental sounds and electronica style. She was already experimenting with that on Bedtime Stories, another album I love so much, and wanted to really go in a different direction after working on Evita and doing a lot of ballads with the Something to Remember album. So they started working together, and the collaborations were so intense through the summer of 1997. There was a lot of events going on in the world, the death of Princess Diana, and also Versace really informed some of the songs. Madonna was also thinking about her newfound interest in Kabbalah and mysticism and just kind of getting into different, worlds that she hadn't explored before, both musically and lyrically. And I think that we see that really come to light on this album, that she was having a major change in her musical direction. And I really loved it because William Orbit has such a great sound that really lent itself to this, even though a lot of people think of electronic music as not having, it's kind of just music playing in the background. It's not really focused on the, the traditional song structure. So then the album came out in the spring, well, February, March of 1998 after production in 97. And it was just so different to hear it, to hear what she put together, as we all know. And it was a joy for fans just because it was a return to form, a return to Madonna's, groundbreaking styles. Because a lot of people thought after Evita that was it. She was just going to make ballads. And obviously that wasn't the case. So, what are some of my favorites on this album? Gosh, I don't know. It's a total journey for me, like from beginning to end. I do know that my favorite song on this album is Mer Girl. I remember when I got to that song on the album, I was just totally blown away by the bravery in the lyrics and the stark nature of the song, how haunting it was, and how just poetic about things that we don't always like to think about. And then another favorite of mine is Skin, which I know MLVC Podcast has a lively debate and discussion going on about that song. Go to MLVC Podcast on YouTube to check that out. But that one is definitely a fan favorite, and it is for me as well. I just love the experimentation on that song, her voice reaching those levels and bringing that sort of dark side that she kind of brought in some of the songs here. And I'm a big alternative music fan, so I was really excited about that. But I also love, more of the emotional songs like Frozen and Power of Goodbye as well. And I think about just some of the strong motivational lyrics on the album. Sky Fits Heaven, for example, really motivate me when I'm needing some pick me up. There's positive songs, nothing really matters. And there's also like really deep songs. So I wonder, to all the fans out there, what are some of your favorites? Are you mostly a fan of like the more positive, uplifting? Do you like the experimental, a little bit of both? Share in the comments what you love from this amazing album. course, we can't forget about those music videos too, with the great singles that we received from Frozen to this one, Ray of Light. We got videos that were just mind blowing. I remember the first time I saw the Frozen video, I was sitting on the floor in front of the TV watching the premiere, and I just was like, wow, look at these effects. It just kind of blew me away. And this one as well. I loved the speeding up of everything that goes on every day and how time just flies so fast. And Madonna just illustrated that so well, as she often, as she actually won an award for this video at the MTV Awards. So well deserved. Both of those videos were amazing, but I also love the special effects in Nothing Really Matters and the beauty of Power Goodbye. She looks so beautiful in that video, as well as the, European release only, which was Drown World, Substitute for Love. We didn't get that here in the States, but such an amazing video and so powerful considering all the things that Madonna's been through and how she can relate to that feeling of being, you know, having all the things in life, but just feeling so alone, as the song suggests. So the videos were amazing, some of Madonna's best. Which one was one of your favorite music videos from this era, the Ray of Light era? And this era also brought us a ton of promotional performances and appearances. Madonna did a lot of interviews. She was out there giving us all that amazing performances and great moments. I remember the Oprah. We all remember that. That was incredible when Madonna performed Ray of Light and really belted that number. And also Little Star, the only live performance of that song. But she performed Power Goodbye on several awards shows and did lots of great interviews. What were some of your favorite promotional appearances for the Ray of Light era? And tell us why you love them so much. I mean, she was just in such a good place in that time and really bringing that energy, that flow from this album. So excited to, have it be a part of her catalog. The Ray of Light album received so much acclaim. It was so great to finally see her get the recognition she deserved, especially for an album like this that was such a labor of love for her. And so we saw that at the Grammys, at the MTV Awards. We'd always waited for this moment as fans where we would hear her name being called after being nominated, and it finally was happening. And so it's just great. The critics were so resoundingly positive about this album. I know a lot of friends of mine who have this album who are not necessarily Madonna fans but have it in their collection. And I think it introduced a lot of people to Madonna that had kind of sort of put her in like the 80s category and hadn't really been keeping up with her as much. So I'm so happy for that we as fans got to see that happen for her. And there was also some really awesome collectibles that came out of this era. Of course, magazine covers all over the place. I remember Grammy magazine, Sound magazine, or Sight and Sound. Of course, there was the famous Spin magazine cover, as well as Rolling Stone with Dave LaChapelle photo shoot. No, they didn't quite get along, but the photos are amazing. And outside of the magazine covers, there were certain collectibles like this Ray of Light lunch pail. How many of you have this? This is a really nice piece to have. I have one. And I also have the Ray of Light flashlight, keychain flashlight. Doesn't flash anymore, but I still have it. There were henna tattoos, make do-it-yourself henna tattoo kits as well. I think there were some stickers and some other collectibles as well. I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. But tell us what Ray of Light collectibles you collected during this time, as well as recently, if you picked up something to celebrate the 25th anniversary. I do not have is it called the lenticular album cover? I know my friend has that, but I don't have it yet. So that's a much sought after album um, cover. I think it's on the CD, but I'm not sure about the vinyl. So tell us what you have, what's in your collection, what you love, and what you're seeking, what you're looking for still in your collection. When Madonna first released this album, she was talking about releasing an extra album filled with outtakes, demos, possibly demos, unreleased tracks called Veronica Electronica after her middle name. We never got that, but recently I've been scouring YouTube and finding some amazing demos and unreleased versions of the songs pre the final release. OMG, I just stumbled upon this demo album I'm showing here. Look for it on YouTube if you haven't checked it out yet. It's got some of the demos I've heard before, which way back in the, I don't know, what was that, the early 2000s when I heard the demo of this song, Power of Goodbye, as well as Drowned World, which was called Substitute for Love, and I think Little Star and To Have and Not to Hold. But this one's got more. This one's got Sky Fits Heaven. It's got Be Careful with My Heart, which apparently was going to be part of the album before. Ended up being a duet with Ricky Martin. And I'm halfway through it now, but it's just amazing. So this is another one of those albums that can only imagine all the things. Eventually, we got songs as B-sides. We did get Has to Be, the the demo of Has to Be. You have to hear that. It's not even close to the same. And we also had a few other ones leak, like Ario So, Revenge, another favorite of mine. It's just incredible stuff. And there's probably more. We know that Madonna's Warner deal, which I'm going to do a video on, will be including expanded versions of the albums. So, do we think we might be getting some of these unreleased tracks and possibly demos or even other stuff in the final expanded edition of Ray of Light? I sure hope so. So, that'll be exciting. So, what unreleased tracks do you love the most from this era or demos? Share with us in the comments. Everybody Fan Club, rather Madonna Everybody Fan Club on Facebook, where you can find us, is celebrating the 25th anniversary along with all the fans, and we're having a contest to win this issue of Icon, which is Ray of Light themed, and also the 7-inch of Frozen sealed. So if you want a chance to win this, you need to come over to Facebook, look for us, Madonna Everybody Fan Club group, and you'll find the contest in the announcements so that you can enter for a chance to win. And just share with us some of your thoughts on the album there as well as here. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Let us know what you think. And once again, happy 25th anniversary, Ray of Light. We absolutely love this album. And we kind of secretly hope we could get another one like this, William. But yeah, it would be amazing. But in the meantime, that expanded version sounds really good. And you never know what we're going to get with that. So thanks again, everyone, for listening and being a part of the community. And I'll talk to you in the next video. Are you looking for a great Madonna fan club to join? We have a place you need to be at Madonna Everybody Fan Club. Not only this channel, but we also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page titled Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You should definitely come check us out and join. We have contests, fan of the month, features, articles, and a great community for you to get to know and share your Madonna love with other fans. We also would love for you to comment, like, and subscribe on this video and tell us what you think. What do you like to see more of in this channel? We're here for you, and Madonna fans rock. So have a great day. Thank you.